A little late on the applause there. A little late on the applause, but we're here now. We're here now. We got it in there. Good
Mhm.
morning. Good morning. We are right on time. As always, most pro.
Most pro, baby.
Most pro. Morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Game On. This is the Sports Morning Espresso Shot. I'm your host, Will, from Game On, and he's my wonderful co-host, Cricket from sportspicks.locals.com. We're here to bring you the latest and the greatest going on in the sports world. I'm tired this morning, Craig.
Heard that.
Stayed
It's all right,
awake
though.
last night.
We're powering through, though, man.
Yeah, we are.
I won
We're
some
here.
bets yesterday.
What?
I won some bets yesterday, man. Finally.
You can do that?
Yeah. I went undefeated, never lost in the NBA last night, man. 5-0, bro.
Ain't
And
that
we
such
had
a good thing in the NBA because the NBA is so damn unpredictable?
we had a colorful little card last night. We had the Hawks plus a 6.5 for a 2-unit play. Then we had the Hawks money line for a 1-unit play.
Ooh.
We had Knicks Raptors under 221.5 for a 3-unit play. Timberwolves Mavericks under 227.5 for a 3-unit play. And Warriors Jazz over 239.5 2-unit play.
Mm.
Green check marks around the board, baby. We love it.
Man, I really thought about, and I didn't end up pulling the trigger on it. I really wanted to ladder the Cavs out against the Lakers.
Would have been a good one, dude. They beat the shit out of them.
LeBron got his ass kicked returned to Cleveland.
Yeah,
I
they're
think
showing.
he might retire, dude.
I think he's going to, too, dude. He was there last night. They're playing little tribute videos to him, and he's crying over there on the damn bench and everything. Feels like it's the last draw.
That's what I was saying. It's like, dude, it's not like he hasn't been back to Cleveland before, and they haven't done stuff like that before for him. But like, I'm looking right now. Yeah, that's his last game, unless they both make it to the NBA Finals. That's his last game at Cleveland this season. Kind of felt like that was they kind of everyone kind of knew that was his last time coming to play there.
Yep, it kind of feels that way for sure. And they got him there asking him. He's like, well, obviously I haven't made a decision yet, but the older I get, more it creeps into my mind. I think about it and whatnot. I mean, I think he knows the end is near. He's trying to be present in the moment, take it all in, and good for him, whatever. But yeah, I think it feels like the end is drawing near there, sir.
Yeah, as it should. You know, he said I thought it was interesting. He said he gave up drinking alcohol so he could his body could be, not that he's like,
I was going to say,
but you know how he always likes he likes his fancy wines and whatnot.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. So he's not drinking anymore. I mean, I don't know.
Not during the season. I mean, which is probably a good idea.
Yeah, that's a good idea anyway.
Although it's the NBA and they take all those games off, and it's like, you know, if he has a glass or wine or two with dinner, you know, and doesn't have to play for 3 more days, I mean, is that really going to affect you? But
I don't feel like LeBron's ever been one of those guys that's out there just like getting shit faced.
Just
he doesn't strike me.
I bet you he does sometimes. I bet you he cuts loose.
I bet he does, but he's just got to be careful where he does it at.
Oh yeah. I mean, yeah.
That's the kind of stuff you do at your crib. Invite everybody over your badass crib.
Good morning, King Sandwich. Good morning, Super James. I thought that was freaking hilarious. He waited 49 years. I don't know why. Every time I see things like this, I always think of I can't do it, but the Morgan Freeman voice. He waited 49 years for his girlfriend to be born. He could wait a couple of years for the Hall of Fame.
Yeah,
that is a terrible. I can't do a Morgan Freeman. I'm just trying to get you the gist of it.
Sounded more like a Batman, but okay.
He waited 49 years.
That's pretty good. Yeah,
to be born. Now you can wait a couple of years for the Hall of Fame.
I think he's gonna have to, man.
At this rate, his girlfriend will get in the Hall of Fame before he will. Yeah, she might leave him now that he's not first ballot, you know?
It probably was all hinging on that. You're probably right.
That's funny. Let's see. Will needs to change to instant coffee. No, that's gross. Todd Monken. Yeah, we got to talk about that. Old Todd. Welcome to Sports Morning Espresso Shot, where we're a little late. We're exactly on time every day.
We're on time everywhere we go, man.
Ooh, Jamie found out that Kalshi is now available outside the U.S., so he can finally start taking the NBA alt lines. Nice.
Let's go, dude.
Dude, you should look at the if you haven't already, dude, we saw a guy tagged us in it yesterday, Jamie. A guy, if you want to bet Giannis get traded to the Spurs, yesterday he was at 0.6 cent on Polymarket. That's a hell of a deal. Play the wake up video, please. I need to wake up. Okay, I could play it for just a couple seconds. Get
the fuck out of bed, bitch. Go.
That guy has so much energy. Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Jamie, I actually do not like Better Days Farmer Insurance Open Pick. I mean, you can bet it, and it might hit. I just Cam Young and the way he's well, let me double check. I was looking at some things and I didn't really like the top 20 pick. Oh my gosh, we have Super Bowl props up over on the season. That's pretty
all
cool.
right.
Apparently, so I won that money in those NFL contests and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
And I rolled it over into the golf stuff and whatnot. Well, they kept sending me stuff, and I'm like, they kept sending me email like, you have till February 1st to claim this, and I'm like, I already claimed this thing. What are you guys talking about? You told me I didn't have to fill anything out, and it was just rolled over, and we're all good. Apparently, I won a college football one too, and I didn't realize.
Let's go, baby. How much you win on that?
I won another $27. I just tipped it to them. I said, I don't fuck it. I go, here you go. You guys are awesome. I love the pools you do. You guys can keep it.
You should have put that into another contest.
No, because I'm gonna win the next one anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Let's
see.
We gotta fire at him when we can fire at him, bro.
Two bets I made for the farmers. I ended up betting Max Homa and Will Zalatoris, both at 50-1 outright win.
Okay, Max Homa, Will Zalatoris. Okay,
those are my long shots, and I made them my picks and stuff like that. So, but I want to look at Cam Young real quick. I was deep diving into this yesterday, and let's do a bunch of different guys I trust on this.
but I'm here
yeah,
for it.
He doesn't play well here at the Pines. He hasn't played at it since 2022. He did get tied in 20th. In 2021, he got cut, and his iron game right now is not totally dialed in, which is what you kind of need for this tournament. So, I'm not saying I don't. It's a bad pick. I think they were getting it like minus 110 or something like that, but I went with some of the long shots in this.
I love betting the long shots in golf, dude.
Yeah, I mean, I think you can get Max Homa or even Zalatoris like plus 375 is what I bet for them to get top 20. Then I also bet them to win outright.
Let's go, baby. We get a Max Homa or Will Zalatoris victory. That's payday, baby.
Good morning, David. Bet both Hodge, Yards, and PGA 55-1 on Kalshi. Okay.
I think that's Hoygaard.
Sure.
Hogard, whatever.
Hodor. Dude, they got Super Bowl props. Should we look at those?
Before we go to Super Bowl props, man, I guess we're going, speaking of golf, on Sunday. Buku's birthday's on Monday. We're going to go down to the golf simulator, I guess, for a round on Sunday. I ain't never done this thing, man. It's pretty cool. He's like, dude, we can play wherever we want. We can play 9 here, 9 there. We could play 6 at this course, 6 at this course, 6 at this course. I was like, dude, I'm amped, bro. I ain't never been at one of these things, man. You ever played one?
I've done a simulator one, but not what you're talking about.
Yeah, this is apparently there's a place here in town that has these things, and you go and you hang out with your buddies and whatnot, and You get to pick, warm up 15, 20 minutes. He said you got to figure out where the ball, like the trajectory of your shot, you got to figure out where you need to line up and stuff to see what will get it to pick up on the machine the best. So you warm up for a little bit, and you pick your course and balls to the wall, man.
Really?
Literally, I guess.
Where is that? My buddy's got. Let me see. Let me see if I can find it. Give me a second.
I saw this thing on Twitter the other day, and I don't know who this guy is. He seems like one of those liberal people or something. But anyway, he had posted on his thing. He was like, best investment of the year was this $50K golf simulator that I put in my office. Virtually ensures my kid a golf scholarship. And I was like, does it make me an asshole that I'm rooting against that kid being a good golfer because I think his daddy's a prick? Just seems like kind of a prick thing to say. Best investment of the year was my $50K golf simulator I put in my office so my kid can get over here and get a golf shot. I kind of hope this kid is the worst golfer ever. Does that make me an asshole?
Maybe a little bit.
Maybe a little bit. Okay. I'm not rooting against the kid. I'm rooting against his dad.
I could have swore he had a different. Was this it?
What are we doing here?
Hold on. My buddy has a business that he just made.
Okay.
Watch this. He built one. Yeah. So he's got one that's pretty cool.
That's freaking awesome, dude.
Yeah, he's got a couple of them.
So is this like that's what I'm saying. Is this like a business now?
Yeah, it's like a business now. Like this stuff that you see, they built this whole, like, it doesn't look like a lot, but he built this whole platform, like all of that.
Okay.
This is just like an empty room.
Okay. And I'm not sure what it looks like down there. That's pretty cool. Buying it for like business. I just thought the way that other guy said it, like he made it sound like it was easy just to drop $50K to put the golf simulator in your office.
Oh yeah, see, this is the thing they started like this. Like there was nothing there.
Is this close to you?
I was back home in Longview.
Which is close
back
to what?
Like Vancouver, Portland.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool, dude.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Here?
This seems like my kind of people right there. He likes to have a good time.
Oh, he's a trip. He's a trip. Good morning. Good morning, Devo. Good morning, W Tank. Someone needs to drag him away. He's dragging that team down. Rick's here. A wizard is never late. Good morning, Alyssa. If the NFL truly cared about Spygate, they would have banned Belichick from, like, dude. Listen, I feel like after going through all the Belichick stuff yesterday, I feel like a majority of people agree the Deflategate. Like, if you're an anti-Belichick and Patriot person, you're gonna hate him no matter what. But even people that didn't like him were saying, like, dude, the guy's a first ballot Hall of Famer. Like, what are we doing?
Joke.
But the Deflategate thing was a joke, and a lot of people agree with that. There wasn't really a huge advantage with that, and those quarterbacks do so much stuff to the balls already, and then before that game they check all the balls and it got past the checkpoint. You know what I mean? So, like, okay, it was an overreaction to it, and it was Bill Polian and the fucking Colts and all them being a little butthurt. And when they did inflate the ball, Tom threw better in the second half of that game. So the Deflategate thing, I thought, got blown out of proportion because, you know, the Colts were being a bunch of whiny little bitches. And the Spygate thing, dude, I think the biggest thing that I read yesterday that I thought was very interesting and supports Belichick in this one. Where is it at? I'm trying to think. they were talking about going, and it's in a book, so it's not like the guy's saying this now, but Mike Shanahan, who, legendary coach,
Kyle's dad.
talked to Roger Goodell after the whole Spygate thing was found out. And he was saying that a lot of people in the league were piling on Bill. And when he talked to Roger was trying to get an understanding of what the hell is actually going on, how long this has been going on for. And Mike Shanahan basically told Roger Goodell, listen.
Everybody does this?
Yeah, everybody does this, and Belichick's just better than everyone else.
That's kind of like the whole Connor Stallions sign stealing thing and stuff like that. It's like, not everybody can do what they're doing with that information. I think that's a skill set.
Yeah, and Bill Belichick even, I watched an interview from back then afterwards when they were questioning him about it. And he's like, we're not doing anything. Like, it wasn't, like, at the time, it wasn't really against the rules officially. It was just kind of like one of those, like, you're kind of pushing it, and no one had ever, like, been punished for it yet. But his argument was, they're like, well, why are you taping the sideline during the game? And their signs. And he's like, there's 80,000 people there that can watch the sideline and look at their signs.
That's what I'm saying.
And he's like, there's 80,000 people there that can watch our guy call signs in. And if you're dumb enough to not change up your sign pattern, that's on you.
That's what I'm saying, dude. It's just like them sending people to games for Michigan and stuff, like sending people like, why ain't everybody doing that shit, man? And once again, if you had all the information available to you, you probably wouldn't be able to come to the same conclusion that Bill Belichick did and decide the same things he did. That's part of his football mind.
Even Bill Cowher at the time came out and defended Belichick during the Spygate stuff. It was just one of those, like he said, if you wanted to punish him, they didn't even suspend him for it. They just fined him.
You know what?
If it was that big of a deal, they would have suspended him,
You know what's going to wind up being stupid? They'll wind up putting Sean Payton in the Hall of Fame on the first ballot, and that dude was responsible for Bountygate. And they'll wind up putting Sean Payton in there.
So I didn't know this. I learned this yesterday. You know why this is such a big deal is everyone just assumes he's going to get in next year. They only nominate one coach a year. And then there's no guarantee, obviously, as we just saw, that coach gets in.
Wow. I mean,
so they'll have to nominate him again next year, which they probably will. But if he doesn't get in next year, he might not get nominated again for a while.
Why do we have it set up? We can only nominate one coach. I mean, I'm sure there could be.
It's just how it is.
I mean, I understand how most years you're not going to have more than one coach that can make it, but still, if there is those guys there, they should be able to be on the ballot.
Well, and Crick, this screws everyone else.
That's what I'm saying. All this does is push this shit back down a year for everybody.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, like, when Andy Reid's due, he's got to wait an extra year because we had to deal with this bullshit. And here's the thing that kind of really irks some people too. Robert Kraft is going to get into the Hall of Fame before Bill Belichick. They should have been in there together at the same time.
Robert Kraft's ass shouldn't even get in the Hall of Fame.
He's going to, though. It sounds like he's pretty much a lock for this year.
He's going to, but his ass don't even belong in the Hall of Fame. That guy's a piece
But I mean,
of
like,
shit.
let's be honest. Kraft wouldn't be where he's at today if it weren't for Belichick.
No, you wouldn't even know that guy's fucking name. You might, but the rest of us wouldn't.
I know. So I don't know. There's a whole bunch of stuff went down that rabbit hole yesterday, and I'm just like, this is. I mean, it backfired on them. They thought they were sticking it to Belichick by screwing him over and making him wait a year, and yet it backfired because now everyone, at least yesterday and going forward while the story's still alive, is coming out and just talking about how great Belichick was.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know how, of the people that vote on that, we talked about that yesterday, who votes on this shit or whatever. I don't know how 80% of them couldn't get to the conclusion that Bill Belichick belongs in the Hall of Fame. That lets you know right there the people voting on this stuff should not be voting on this stuff. They're fucking idiots, man.
Or how about
Get
Bill
the-
Polian? He should be stripped of his vote. He's 83, and I'm sorry, you come out and say, I don't know if I voted for Bill. Then you say,
If
I'm
you
95% sure I voted for him. Then he comes out and says, I definitely voted for him. And it's like, dude, you look like an idiot. He also hasn't coached or done any, or hasn't been like a part of the league since I think 2011.
Yeah,
like,
you
maybe-
senile old fuck. If somebody's
Well,
telling me
maybe
they
the
can't remember
game's
who they
passed him by a little bit, Crick.
yeah, maybe
You
a
know?
little bit. You know, if you can't remember who the hell you voted for, get the hell out.
Well, the Hall of Fame put this out there. They basically said that they respect the passion of everyone and whatnot. The Hall also respects the members of the selection committee when they follow the selection process bylaws. It's an honor to serve as a selector. Each year, the Hall reviews the selection process and the composition of the 50-person selection committee. If it is determined that any member or members violated the selection process bylaws, they understand action will be taken. That could include a possibility that such selectors would not remain a member of the committee moving forward. So they're going to review this because, Crick, these guys, it sounds like everyone in there that didn't vote for Bill did it because they just didn't like the guy or didn't like that he cheated or perceived to be cheating.
Yeah, whatever.
That he was better at bending the rules than everyone else. Correct me if I'm wrong. If you're on this committee, you're not supposed to be voting with your heart, right?
Supposed to be, no, you're really
You're
not.
supposed to just be unbiased and look at it and say, that guy won 6 Super Bowls. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, like
that guy
that's what-
should be a Hall of Famer.
He won what 6 as a head coach and 2 more as a defensive coordinator.
Mm-hmm.
Like we can't realize this guy is a Hall of Fame NFL coach. He won Super Bowls when he wasn't the head guy. Won Super Bowls when he was the head guy. 2 different franchises. You know, I'm like, come on here now. We clearly this guy can coach some football.
They better hope that Belichick doesn't pass this next year. That's all I'm going to say.
Well, come on, say your piece. I know you got something to say.
I love that hat and that
Yeah,
sweatshirt.
looking good, bro. Looking
I was
good.
just
How you
wearing
doing?
that yesterday.
Yeah, I don't. I said my piece in the chat. I'll play devil's advocate here a little bit. I do agree. I do agree that he is first ballot Hall of Famer, but he did cheat. So we have to at least let's call it down the middle here. He is a cheater. The Pats are a cheating organization. Not saying that not every other organization cheats. The Pats just got caught doing it. So there's no denying it.
Cheat better.
Well, I think Blue said it in the chat, or somebody said in the chat. Yeah, they're just mad that they got caught about, So
You might be right there.
I mean, I don't know. Is it comparable to like the steroid era where, people are starting to get to the point where they're going to just judge that era as if everybody did it. So like, let's just let those people in because the playing field was kind of even at some point because people were just, shooting shit up. So,
Right.
And using it. I mean, they still do it today. Like everyone's always one step ahead, whether, with the performance enhancing stuff. So
I think
you're
the
not
biggest
somebody
thing about Belichick, the Super Bowls, yes, but he coached in multiple eras, and he was always the one that was one step ahead when it came to the way the game was changing. He was the one that started doing the 2 tight ends to help the run game and also the quick short pass. Like anytime, or his defensive schemes and whatnot, everyone he would set the next trend and people would copy him. He was the first one to do the analytical stuff and start going for it on 4th downs. You remember that?
yeah, like I said, I'm not taking anything away from him. I think he's a Hall of Fame coach, but he did cheat.
Steps, what NFL team do you root for?
The Colts.
Okay.
Did they get caught cheating or something?
No further questions, Your Honor.
They get caught cheating?
No,
What'd
I'm
they
just
do?
saying you might be a little bit biased since the Colts are the ones that
No, I'm not saying the Colts have never cheated.
I'm
I
not saying
can't tell
I'm not
you.
saying they cheated. I'm saying they're the ones that are the most butthurt about Belichick.
Well, of course. I mean, let's say you weren't cheating and the other team was. I'd be a little upset about that. How many division titles did you guys take from us?
I'm sorry.
I'm just saying.
Win the game on the field.
I'm not. Listen, like
Change up
I'm
your
saying,
signs.
You are taking it here. I didn't take it here. So I'm trying to give you your flowers.
They didn't take a single division title from you. Maybe some conference titles.
Conference.
But no division
That's
title.
what I meant. Conference. So
It's fair. It's fair.
And not only that, but not directly, but it could. How many games did we play in New England? You know what I'm saying? How many wins did they cheat to get home field advantage? Not just versus the Colts, but in other games.
I think that argument's crazy because it sounds like the Patriots are cheating for every single game and had advantage every single game. They were just better.
Better at cheating?
No, better at no. How many times did remember Belichick would always they would have to change the rules because like he would line up a lineman in a spot and they would say that was an illegal formation or something like that. Then there would be that long argument discussion, and then afterwards the ref would be like, actually, no, play stands. That was legal. And then they're like, what? And by the rules, it was legal. He was so good at knowing the rules down to a T.
How would you evaluate him post Brady?
That I was just going to get to that. Colin Cowherd yesterday was like, your winning percentage is 44% without Brady, and you blew up a Super Bowl week. If you have several asterisks by your name, it's okay to pause for a year. That's a dumb take. Everyone wants to talk about what he was without Brady. And I think the stuff looking at his coaching time before Brady and before he got to the Pats, everyone wants to say, look how bad he was with the Browns. Name a coach that's been good with the Browns. I'll wait. Stefanski is the only one that you could say. And that guy got coach of the year for taking the Browns to the playoffs. You know what I mean?
That's where the UNC's a mess, though.
That's where the bar's at, is the fact that you get coach of the year just for making the playoffs. That's how bad that organization is. And listen, I've never been the one that said it's Belichick or Brady. I said it was a perfect combo together. And I'm a Brady guy. But every good coach has done it. Oh, look at Andy Reid didn't start winning Super Bowls until they got Patrick Mahomes. Are we going to hold that against him?
Well, he took the Eagles to the Super Bowl.
Did he win it?
No, but
by the way, he took the Eagles to the Super Bowl when he had McNabb and T.O.
I think Andy Reid's a better coach than Bill Belichick.
It's tough because he's an offensive mind. Bill's
but if you evaluate top to bottom, just football mind.
I'd rather have Belichick going into if I was going into a Super Bowl, I'd rather have Belichick than Andy Reid.
No way. No, because I would need Belichick Brady. I would need that combo. Andy Reid, I feel like could win with
Patrick Mahomes because he hasn't won with anyone else.
He won with Donovan McNabb. They
didn't win it.
They didn't win a Super Bowl, but they were a good team.
Actually, this makes my argument even better. Who did they lose to in that Super Bowl? Oh, Bill Belichick.
Tom Brady. I mean, you should like this. I'm talking your boy up. I mean, we like Tom Brady more than Bill Belichick, right? Like you do.
I
right?
told you I'm a Tom guy, but I do think it was the perfect combo.
He was good in Tampa Bay, dude. He could suit up right now and go play for Oakland and they'd be decent.
It's Vegas.
You know, no, we don't call them Vegas. We call them Oakland. Call them the Redskins. We call them the Indians.
I mean, this team actually moved somewhere new, though. They didn't just change.
What's up, Cricket?
What the hell is it?
I'm just letting you boys sort this out.
I get it. He's defending his team. I get it. I just can't let him defend the cheating. He can defend Belichick. I do think it's stupid.
I think people just blow up and make the cheating. Like you said, I think steroids is way worse than whatever Belichick was, quote unquote, cheating with. I mean, steroids actually impacts the game directly.
Well, knowing the plays and stuff, and like
you don't know that you know the plays though.
Well, if you know what they're doing in practice, then obviously that's what they're going to be.
Have you ever played any football?
Yeah, you
like
practice the plays that you're going to
like actual with the pad, where you got to watch film, you got to go through all that different stuff. It ain't no different.
I know, but I'm just saying you can't tell me that there's not an advantage of knowing what you did all week in practice. There's a reason why they don't let the media in practice for the whole practice with their cameras.
I hear you, but at the same time, you're running so many different plays out of these formations and different motions and things like that it's impossible to know exactly what play is coming.
No, but you could
And
have
if
an
you do-
idea
if
of
you
what
do
your
ha-
game
if-
plan is going to be.
But if you are able to know exactly what play is coming, that's your fault offensively because you're not being creative enough to throw enough different looks at you, and you're making yourself pretty vanilla. That's kind of your own fault there.
Let's say you know exactly what play is coming. You still got to stop it.
Still got to stop it, man.
Yeah, but it could be more so. Let's say you spend, I don't know, 3 separate days working 20 minutes a piece on red zone, or just inside the 5-yard line plays or 2-point conversion plays.
Everybody does
you
that,
can't
yep.
tell me that's not an advantage of knowing or having some type. I know you have to still stop it, but having some type of advantage knowing, okay, if I saw this formation all week in their practice, they're lined up in it in this 2-point play. Come on, I don't know.
I'm just saying if you're practicing in another NFL team's facilities and shit like that, you should be prepared for that anyway. You should know
and there's moles everywhere.
This is a multi-billion-dollar business. Everybody's trying to win. So you should know at this day and age where you can put a camera on every street corner, on every doorbell and all that shit, you should know there's probably cameras watching you somewhere. So yeah, maybe throw a little smoke and mirrors there.
Well,
Well,
this
he-
was
Maybe line
cameras was different back then, but they did.
I think his best argument too was like they can watch our signs.
We're
20,000
not talking
people
about
watch our signs.
we're not talking about 1985. They had cameras available when all this shit came out too, just as many as they do now.
I think
They
when you
just-
had all
they-
these legendary coaches too come out and just say, "Hey, what he was doing is what everyone else is doing, and he's just better at doing it than everyone else."
Yeah, I mean,
he cheated.
To
Hall of
switch off,
Famer,
to switch off this for a second.
for
I
just
posted a short on YouTube, and it was when we were talking about all the coaches that were first ballot Hall of Famers. There's 5 in NFL history. And remember, Crick, yesterday I pulled it up, and I'm like, I don't know who the hell this guy is, George Halas or whatever.
it's an old school guy.
Right. Yeah. One guy commented over on YouTube and was like, "How the hell did you cover the NFL not know who George Halas is? How do you not know the history of the game?" And I'm like, I'm sorry, I was born in 1991.
That's what I'm trying to
This
say.
guy was inducted in 1963 before we even played a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I feel like that's reasonable to not know who that guy is. And he's like, "You don't care to study the history of the game? You're not interested at all?" I'm like, no, not in 1963 before we even had the first Super Bowl. Why would I? Why?
It's a different game, dude. It's a totally different game.
Is that
I know the
unreasonable?
name.
Should I care? Should I care about going back and studying
No.
1960s football?
No, you're not going to learn a lot from it. I mean, just the history of the game. You see the game evolve. That's kind of cool and all that stuff. But as far as studying the history of the game to know anything about today, doesn't do you any good.
They telling you to do your homework, Will. I know, right? The guy's like, "How could you not know?" I go, dude, I wouldn't know anything about Vince Lombardi if the fact that Super Bowl trophy was named after him. If he wasn't if the Super Bowl wasn't named after him, I probably wouldn't know who Vince Lombardi is. You want to know why he got inducted in 1971?
I don't know.
20 years
Yeah.
before I was born. You know what I mean?
Like I said, I recognize the name George Halas. On Lombardi, I don't know. I feel like you'd still know who Lombardi was.
Maybe, but I mean the fact. I mean,
forward
it
pass.
helps that the Super Bowl trophy's named after him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Obviously, the other ones, Landry, Shula, and Knoll. I know those guys.
I'm with you, Steps. It doesn't matter pre-forward pass.
Like, what kind of I can't watch rugby. Like, that's even kind of boring.
That's all that was.
But-
That's all that shit was. Wing tees and nonsense.
The hitting's good in rugby. But-
Steps, are you in the Super Bowl props? They just got
Steps is in the
released.
Super
Yeah.
Bowl.
Dude, my favorite Super Bowl props are the halftime show.
God.
I watched these guys like 2 or 3 Super Bowls ago. I watched Steps. I think it's the first or second time he'd ever even came up to hang out at Buku's. And we got him and Pissant over there betting on what fucking song Usher's going to sing and all this different shit. I bet they had more money invested in the halftime show than they did the actual game.
I love it. It's Bad Bunny this year. It's gonna be controversial, so we got to go with the controversial.
Oh, I
song.
love that. Give me all the more controversial halftime shows in what's supposed to be the most meaningful fucking football game of the year. Let's drag all the political bullshit into it, please. That sounds fucking fantastic. Fuck the Super
You guys
Bowl.
want a free winner? Who gets more total rushing yards, Kenneth Walker or Stevenson and Henderson combined? You can't run on the Pats. Sorry, Kenneth. You can't run.
Not only that, but they're thin there with Charbonnet not playing. So
I know.
Hey, and how'd that work out, Pissant? How'd y'all end up on that night betting on that halftime show?
still fun.
Yeah, they even had Pissant. Pissant's fiance, she hates betting. She hates the sports betting. So we don't even really talk about it around her because it rubs her the wrong way. Hell, even she was betting on that damn halftime show that night. Well, what's the best bet for the halftime show, Steps?
I don't know because all his songs are in Spanish, so I don't know what they say. Like I don't.
Well, just pick one then, dude. Pick one that's
I
about
know.
plus 50.
There's 4 listed that are like below plus 1900 on Kalshi right now, and there was one that's like about a 700 or a 600.
That's it. That's the one.
And or there's like a 400 one too. So
No, you don't want the favorite. You don't want the favorite, but you don't want
favorite's
the
not 400. It's the favorite's like, man, I don't know. We should look at it.
That plus 700 is a winner,
Got it.
Step.
I'm gonna pull it up on Kalshi. Will could pull it up though, but he's on seasons right now. So
What props you
yeah,
looking at?
Kalshi added everything, dude. They have like everything now. You just can't combo all of it.
Buddy, Kalshi don't play. They quit school because it's got recess. I'm telling you, they chugging right along.
I swear, and I might be wrong, but didn't like 2 weeks ago they only had like 5 sports?
They've been a little longer than that, probably. They've been coming up in the world for a few months now.
Have they had golf this whole time?
Well,
Yeah.
golf
Golf for a
season
while.
just started back, though.
They've had it though. They've had
Soccer,
it. They had it for the
like
majors
Champions
last
League, and
I think soccer's
Um,
new.
This one's funny. Diggs is trailing Phillip Rivers in the kid department. He has 6. Can he get as many receptions as babies?
Stephon Diggs?
Yeah, can he get 6?
Oh, no, bet the under on that. Hell, he might have 2 or 3 more before the Super Bowl he gets here. He got like
well,
4 kids this year or something.
Will he catch 6 is what they're asking. That's funny.
The answer is no.
Ooh, will there be a defense or special teams TD? Oh, that's tough.
Mm.
all right, cricket. There's 3 that are below 10-1. You got a plus 38, a plus 354, and a plus 117.
Say it one more time. What was
Plus
the first?
488,
48.
plus 354, and plus 117.
What is plus 488?
La Mudanza.
La Mudanza. What the hell does that mean?
I don't know. And then Bali. I don't know these words.
So La Mudanza.
Mudanza.
There's the winner. First halftime show song. La Mudanza.
All right, I'm putting it in. I wanted to. I do know one of his songs, but it's not listed, so I guess it's not even.
I don't know shit about this idiot.
It's a pretty big deal worldwide.
I guess. Whatever. Sure.
All right, it's locked in.
Getting bad.
That's my first bet of the Super Bowl right there,
What
cricket.
kind of ad will play after the opening kickoff? Which ad will play first?
Which ad?
All right, Blue, let's go. Blue's giving us school, telling us what the song means. So,
Oh, dude, it's totally a food commercial. You know it's gonna be one of them damn Uber Eats.
Yeah, I was
let's
thinking that,
see.
but it also could be like a beer one, like Bud Light.
no, it's gonna be what's the one? Is it Uber Eats that does the footballs
Yeah.
tied to food?
Yeah.
It's McConaughey.
got-
all that.
Let's,
Football's
let's
just a
see,
ploy
what
to
is
sell
that?
you food. It's totally gonna be one of those.
Dude, this one is a lock. Do we see a replay of the Malcolm Butler interception during the game? Yeah. Yeah.
Say what? Do we what? Oh,
Do we show do they
oh,
show during the game? Do they show that Malcolm Butler interception?
That's a lock. I don't care if that's 98 cents on Kalshi. Bet that shit. Good morning, Boo Coop, B Mac. Hey, by the way, Patriot hopped in my chat on Creek's Corner the other morning, and I asked him about if we're betting the Super Bowl halftime tie, and he said 100% absolutely. So we got the Patriot stamp of approval on that.
Good.
Yep.
Well, I was already going to bet it, but I feel better now.
Yep. Lock it in.
Will there be a non-quarterback pass attempt?
Yes.
The odds aren't up, but they have it. They'll come up in 2 hours on Kelce.
The odds what?
They'll come up in 2 hours. Will Travis Kelce announce his retirement before next year?
Yes. Should.
I need to read the fine print on there because is he going to announce that he's retiring after the season, or you know what I'm saying? I got to figure out the fine print on that.
Yeah. Always read the fine print.
They don't even have the defensive touchdown. That's coming in 2 hours as well. So they're still loading more.
He said he was doing that, Jose. Jose said, is there a bet that he comes out in a woman's dress? He said he was doing that for sure or something. I thought he had already announced some shit like that.
He did a little stint in WWE. He's actually a good wrestler.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of like his first love, but like musically, I know in the United States you don't know who he is. I didn't know who he is either until like I found out who he was, because through wrestling, and he's huge, dude. He's like I'm not saying he's Michael Jackson, but he's like the Michael Jackson of like Latino music. Like he's huge. He's that big. Like people faint over him and like, yeah, like
when people are fucking stupid.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe
I know. I'm the ones that did with Michael Jackson the same way.
Anybody fainting over some person walking up is a fucking idiot.
I know.
I can't believe I forgot to do this at the beginning of the show. They're going to be watching this later, so I got to make sure to get this in. Happy birthday to my beautiful twin little girls.
Is it
2
birthday
years
day?
old, Rick. Today's the day. 2 years ago, man.
Today is the day, man.
2 years.
Can we get like an appearance soon? Because I haven't seen him since you were feeding him.
Yeah,
Yep.
glad Steps, because that means they're sleeping in. And like my boy,
Say you don't have no kids, Steps. You don't know what it's like. No, when they start sleeping late and they get their schedules figured out, you don't fuck with that, man. You let them babies sleep while they
I'll tell you,
sleep.
my Scotty girl would love to come in here. She every chance she gets sneaks into this office, jumps up here and starts hitting all the buttons. So well, maybe one of these days. But I'm usually not streaming when they're awake because I can't, because my wife would kill me.
Right, you're wide open, and they're at that age now too where they can move around and they can be into everything, dude. They're just tall enough to grab all the shit off the shelves and stuff.
Yeah.
Good morning, SD. Happy birthday,
Attitudes. Yeah, baby girls, they're 2 today.
big time, dude. That's what it's about.
I work today, so we're gonna pretend tomorrow is actually their birthday because they don't know the difference.
No, it's cool. Well, they've already had one birthday party.
Yeah, God, that feels a long time ago. It was just on Saturday.
It certainly does not feel like it's been 2 years. That's crazy.
I know.
Thanks, Esty. Thank you, everyone in the chat. Birthday to the twins. God, yeah, that's 2 years. My wife and I were talking about it yesterday. We were like, it doesn't feel like 2 years at all. She laughed at what you said, Craig.
What? About the tooth?
Yeah. And she said that her and my oldest daughter were just talking the other day that they've gotten so used to me missing a tooth now that I'm getting real close to getting my tooth back, or they said it's going to be weird.
Yeah. You'll have to figure out how to talk again and everything, dude.
It's fine. I can't wait. That'll be a great problem to have.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah, I definitely don't. I don't notice it anymore. Like it does. Like
yeah, it just feels normal. Don't it? It's all natural. Yeah, it just feels.
Yeah,
natural.
it's just there. It's just there. It's part of you now.
I crack me up.
I feel like the beard helps cover it up a little bit too.
Crack me up, Beard. I was telling that story about you being down there at the game with him, and you're wearing everybody's complimenting on your Washington State jersey. They'd be like, "Nice jersey, man." You're like, you smile and say thanks. They're like, "Oh God, what is this? Who is this guy?" You know, I don't feel like you expect many Washington State fans to be missing their teeth, man. That's more of an Alabama type thing, you know.
Yeah. I don't really think you really expect anyone to be missing their teeth.
You don't live down here, buddy.
That's true. I got a Super Bowl MVP bet that I want to give out to you guys. Ramondre Stevenson.
I don't hate that.
He's giving me the side eye because it's his bet, but it's my bet too. I mean, it just happens sometimes. I didn't know that was his bet. I did. I texted him yesterday. It's okay. I was just trying to share my bet with him. You know what I'm saying?
He's like, yeah, he was sharing the bet. I'm like, you clearly don't watch the show because I got him at 50-1 before the conference championship.
No, I clearly don't think that far ahead. You know how my mind works. I'm so simplistic up
You
there.
don't think
I do is
but you're waiting for the damn lines to be released at 12 a.m. on Monday night, Monday morning, whatever, and you're betting those, but you can't.
The line flips Sunday to Monday. The line flips Sunday to Monday. Yes, I cannot look past. I can't look past.
He's a week to week
conference championship.
He
yes.
can't look further. He can't look further than a week. Crick is what he's saying.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I'm with it.
Yes. So it wasn't even on my mind but then when I looked into it, I mean, I remember that we did talk about Terrell Davis. I remember that we did talk about it because I remember talking about Terrell Davis in 1998, and it's not really a running back award. I think we were talking about maybe Saquon. I think in that instance, like it was before the playoffs, we were talking about some running backs that had good odds and some teams that we thought might win it. So Stevenson wasn't really on my mind or that conversation at the time. But I mean, if you look at it, his projections, a lot of people have him projected to score 2 touchdowns. There's some data that is projecting him to be the top person in the entire game to have at least 3. Like he's the only one that's even registering for a 3rd touchdown on the data point. So it makes sense as a long shot. You know what I'm saying? It's typically a running back or quarterback. I feel like our wide receiver or quarterback. I feel like you get more value betting the quarterback because I feel like if the wide receiver has a big game, more than likely the quarterback's going to have a big game too. You know?
I think you can look at a defensive player in this one.
Think so? Yeah, because I mean the Patriots. That's what they. I mean, if you really think like Drake May did not play, the offense didn't play well last week, and they still won that game.
And the Seahawks defense is nasty too, man.
It is. It is.
I'm just saying, you could look at a defensive guy in this thing. Maybe like it's a pick six or one that James Harrison. They got it that one year for the Steelers when he got that pick six right before halftime.
I know Malcolm Butler got that one that Will talked about. That wasn't an MVP play.
James Harrison got that one where who were they playing? Was that the Cardinals game, or whatever, where they were about to score right before halftime? It was like a 99-yard pick.
Oh, yeah. He ran it back. Yeah. I remember that. That was James Harrison.
Look at this is insane. Walker is 25% to score 2. JSN 16% to score 2. Ramondre is only 8. I feel like Ramondre, like you were saying, Steps. Ramondre's should have better odds than both those guys.
Yeah. I mean, that's who they go to down there, and because
I don't know who the hell.
Trayvon's a smaller guy, you know.
Mm-hmm. But I don't know who the hell thinks that. Like, I understand you go with the running back most times, like Kenneth Walker, but this is like CMC, Barkley type of stuff. Like, going up, and I understand they're the favorite to win this game, but no one during these playoffs has ran on the Pats. It's not like they haven't had good running backs. Hell, they just went up against Denver, the best offensive running a run block offensive line.
You want a sneaky 2+ TDs and a sneaky MVP?
Yeah.
Rashid Shaheed.
No, that would mean Seattle wins.
I'm just saying, at least if they win, you might as well make some change. I could totally see some.
I figured out how I'm going to bet this. I figured out how I'm going to bet. Instead of betting on Patriots money line, I think there's more value in laddering their team total over because all everyone's talking about is how they haven't scored. Their offense looks like shit. I think with a good weather game, we're going to see the offense that we've seen before. And for the Patriots to win, they're going to have to put up points because I don't think this is a low scoring game. So I think I'm going to ladder their team total over.
What is the team total?
Well, what is it? It's 45.5, or let's just say 46.
No, team total.
I know. I don't think it's out yet to bet on. So I'm trying to do the math on it. So that's 23. They're 4.5 point favorite. So Patriots are probably 20.5. So I'll go over 20.5. I'll go over 23.5, over 27.5.
Let me see. I was going to see if I could find if they had them out yet on DraftKings. Yeah, they do. Yeah, Patriots is 20.5.
God, look at that math.
Lock it in.
Yeah, it's not.
What'd you say? You want to go over 20.5 at minus 120, or over 20.5 minus 105
What about 23.5?
plus 160
What about 27.5?
plus 330?
Yeah, those are going to be my three.
And you can take it over 30.5 size. They'll let you take it for 5-1.
That's nice.
Nice.
The first quarter total opened at 9.5. It's to 7.5 at some books, 8.5 some books.
Halftime tie and New England to win the game is 20-1. Same thing with halftime tie and Seattle wins the game.
I think every hockey team in the NHL is playing today.
Really?
There are 15 games. We have 30 or 32 NHL teams, but there are 15 games today. God, that is freaking awesome, dude.
What'd you get real quick? What'd you guys think of this? Todd Monken.
Something weird going on there.
Browns head coach.
Dumbasses, man. Dumbasses. They should have hired Brian Flores.
Well, now it sounds like Schwartz is going to leave. And this screws over the Giants because everyone thought that Monken was going to go over to the Giants with Harbaugh.
Did you see their plan to keep Schwartz? How they want to like have two head coaches and split the offense and defense?
I saw that, and it's the same as quarterbacks. You got two head coaches, you got no head coach.
It's stupid.
Mm-hmm.
It's the Browns, dude. Buku, where you at, buddy? Like, come on, man. We can do a better job running this.
I want them to do it so bad because it's just such a Browns thing to do.
Yeah, I don't know why y'all are surprised.
And how did Shador make the damn Pro Bowl?
Oh, fuck. Because
over Trevor Lawrence.
Trevor Lawrence turned it down.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah. I cashed my 1 million to 1. By the way, guys, I'm a millionaire now. I cashed my 1 million to 1 parlay. Drew makes the Pro Bowl and Belichick doesn't get in the Hall of Fame.
Man, that would have been a good one. That would have paid half the casino. Jeez.
Could you imagine? There's Buku, no Brown slander.
Buku, tell us how to fix it.
They got to fix it. They got to sell that damn team. The people running that team are jackasses.
Hell, the GM spends his draft day prank calling other GMs when they're on the clock.
Yeah, that's part of the problem. And, it's funny. They made that. I love that movie, Draft Day. I love it. They absolutely should not have made that movie about the Browns.
Well, I mean, that makes it more believable. The Browns are picking first.
Picking first for sure, but definitely as good as they did in that draft, that's totally fiction. They ain't never done that good in a draft. Never will.
That's funny. That is funny. Steph, what do you want to talk about?
Let's talk about. You want to talk about me? Message you about Ramondre Stevenson. I did message you about the Spurs last night. Said, hey,
that was looking good in the first half, wasn't it? And the Spurs did something they don't normally do: play a good second half.
It's the NBA for you. Like the Magic, I was on the Magic plus 3.5. They were down like 15 in the third quarter and came back and just won the game easily. Like
I thought about selling out my minus 9.5 ticket at halftime when they were up 8, but I didn't. And then Spurs came back. It was a 20-point swing.
I am on a freaking tear in the NBA.
Good.
An absolute tear.
I'm just now starting to get into it since football's out of the picture.
We went 5-0 undefeated, never lost in the NBA last night, Steps.
I had two. I went 3-0 last night in the NBA. I had two reverse line movement unders, and then
we was probably on the same
Magics.
I
was on the Raptors,
Knicks.
Yeah, and then the other one I was on was the Pacers. Somebody else.
Timberwolves Mavericks came way down too. It's when I was on. I had a 3-unit play on that one, a 3-unit play on Knicks Raptors. I had a 2-unit play on the over. I'm telling y'all, man, when the Utah Jazz are playing at home, if they set the total weirdly low, if it's in like the low 30s or whatever, or low 230s, like leave it alone. But if they put that thing in the high 230s or the low 240s at a Jazz game, just bet the damn over. They're going to score 260 points in that game. You don't even have to worry about it, dude. You're never even going to have to sweat it. They'll come out and give you 70 in the first quarter, and you won't even have to look back. It's almost automatic money in the bank right there. I just had a 2-unit play on that one, but then I had the damn Hawks. I had a 2-unit play on the plus 6.5 and a 1-unit play on the money line at plus 190. And the hell they won that
cover. Yeah, they were up big, weren't they?
Yeah, they won. They won by like 11. Hell, I was getting 6.5.
They are 6-4 since trading Trae Young, which that was the right decision to make.
Absolutely, that guy is a bum. He ain't played a damn game for Washington yet since he got up there. I know he's kind of nursing back the knee, but here's the thing: when that guy's 100% healthy, I don't think he's that good. Hell, it takes him 40 shots a night to get to 25 points.
Jalen Johnson's better than he is.
Jalen Johnson's way better than him, dude.
And he's going to get better. Like, think about when Jalen Johnson was at Duke. I mean, he was good, but he's now he's a stud.
Crazy. Like Tennessee's got one of those guys right now in Nate Ament or whatever. That's kind of like these dude. You don't realize, a lot of people I don't think realize how much you grow into your body between like 18 and 21. And a lot of these guys that are out there that have been freakishly tall their whole life, so they're just getting used to their body at that age and stuff. Once they figure it out, it's kind of like Kevin Durant. Once he figured it out. Yeah, Anthony Edwards. Once they figure out how to use their body, they really grow into get that man strength. I'm telling you, these dudes they go to a different level. It's crazy. They just start jumping 4 or 5 inches higher. It's crazy, dude.
It'll be interesting to see if I don't follow Harper and the 2 guys from Rutgers. How they doing?
The one went to Houston, I think, didn't he? I'm pretty sure
he went to Houston, and one went to Ace Harper. I think went to the Spurs.
They're both on contenders, so they're both obviously doing at least
what. We're talking about Harper. Harper's a Spur. Who's the other one?
The what is
Harper? Ace is it Ace?
Ace Bailey.
Bailey. Yeah.
Yeah, he's Utah.
Utah. Okay, Utah. Okay. Well, he's not on a contender.
Is Harper the Spurs? I don't know.
Yeah, second guessing. He was number 2 overall.
But yeah, those guys in college, like, kind of the same way. You kind of look at it and you're like, how did the number 2 and 3 pick go to Rutgers and they didn't freaking win it all? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, I don't think you realize too, like, people underestimate how good some of these NBA coaches are too, developing these guys once they get to that level. And I mean, you see that a lot of times where you think about that. You had 2 of these guys on the same team. I'm like, well, what does that say about Rutgers head coach?
Yeah.
Well, no, I don't blame the Rutgers head coach. Ace Bailey was the problem there. His game did not mesh well with everyone else's, including Harper's. Just because you have two stud guys, I mean, Bailey's game did not translate well or work well.
That's also a thing too. When you get 2 of those young 5-star studs that are 18 years old and on the same team, and they both want to be the guy, sometimes it can lead to some problems.
Yeah. I'll tell you what.
Yeah, because you're going to Rutgers, you think you're going to be the guy at Rutgers. Versus if you're going to Kentucky, like you're John Wall through that area, you know what you're stepping into.
To be competing,
yeah.
What you want to tell us about, Will?
Oh, I was going to say, people usually think of like little boys are wrestling real rough with each other, right? I'm not saying they aren't. I'll tell you what, 2 twin girls, they wrestle with each other at this age way more than my boys did. They are aggressive with each other.
They got 2 the same size, man.
Yeah, and they nonstop beat each other up.
That's fantastic.
It's hilarious.
They're gonna be tough as shit. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You probably got 2 state champions right there.
I don't know how you do car rides.
Oh, you know what would be awesome? You got twin girls, and they have to wrestle each other in the high school state championship because they're just badasses.
They'd have to go to separate school. Well,
no, they don't.
No, they don't. You're right.
You guys want to see something funny?
Girls wrestling's taken off, though, in high school.
It really is, man.
It really started in Washington State, by the way. Back when I was in high school. They were one of the Bobby Friend was one of the ones that pushed it and got it to where it was, to where girls started having their own division and their own state titles.
I started to say when I was in middle school in 8th grade, man, there was a girl, Buku remembers this, but there was a girl that wrestled on the wrestling team in 8th grade for us back then. That was like new back then, you know?
Yeah. Will's just mad that when he was in high school, he couldn't, switch over to the other side and compete against the girls, win a state championship.
Some guy from Maine says he wrestles his wife.
Well, I bet he does.
There you go, bro. That's right.
You guys want to see something funny?
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
My wife posted this yesterday.
Down. Or down.
So she's
Is the floor lava?
I am Popper. And I'm a crocodile. And I am yellow side. And I am soft. And I'm Peppa Pig. Hurry up. Now, and I am Super Potato.
God, I need a little bit of that energy. Just a little bit of that energy.
Oh my gosh, dude. Oh, here's what I was gonna show you. What's this? Wait for it.
Phoenix, can you say adios? Phoenix.
They get watch this. This is like all day at my house.
And her babies. Should we count the baby?
Oh, jeez.
God.
That's what goes on 24/7 at my house.
24.
They were so locked in there for a second.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they will for a second, and then they're just up and down.
Off to the races, dude.
Dude, the one in the diaper looks just like you.
I know.
Like dead up like you.
Oh man,
I love it. Love it, dude. That's right, Blue. 0 to 60, baby.
oh yeah. They just. That's what I say when I say it's busy over here and it's crazy. That's why we were talking yesterday. That's why I get out of the house and go to the store. Now imagine two boys doing the same thing.
Oh, yeah.
That's expected, though. That's already just built into your mind that that's going to happen.
Yeah. Those girls.
There is
Anyway.
so many things to bet on today.
Well, let's talk about it. This is a gambling show after all.
What could possibly go wrong?
We're switching over to premium, by the way. We're going to switch over to premium. I got like 20 minutes I got to do left, so we're just going to
Knock it out.
knock it out.
YouTube chat, we love y'all, man.
YouTube, it's been real, and it's been fun. And it's been real fun. We'll catch you guys tomorrow, though. Bright and early for a... you can't call it a Football Friday anymore. Feel Good Friday?
Feel Good Friday. Fuck it Friday. Whatever.
Later, Alyssa.
I'll be right back. I need a refill.
What?